Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D Land 2, the newest session of the Zodiac campaign. Now, before we jump right into the action, we have a few short announcements to make. As per usual, we have our, work right there, promotion button. Can I just say I love promotion button? It is by far my favorite button that I've ever purchased. But yes, for all of you interested in what we do here, we are a pay-to-play D&D community. If you want to join us, when we have more open slots available, ignore that listing, because honestly, I think in all of that, there's only one game that actually has an open slot right now. If you are interested in joining, what is that? Heist of Ravnica, please reach out and let me know. However, players, I think you'd be interested to know if I have at least 2 people interested in a Tuesday weekly early game. We may be able to fire one of those off, opening up a new time slot. Woo! And that'll be my final time slot that I can feasibly keep open without working myself to death. So, with all of that, if you are interested in joining our Patreon as well, you will gain other fantastic benefits, such as being able to join our Discord server, hang out with the players, participate in one-shots and community games, as well as be the first people to see the fantastic artwork that we have commissioned a specific artist to participate in, creating a comic series of my favorite NPCs, which are player characters for myself, that have appeared in literally every single game that I've ever ran. And it'll be a full comic series that the players or participants of the community get to dictate whose perspective it'll be based off of for each chapter. So, it's definitely a fantastic project that I'm super excited about. And if you're excited about something like that, definitely join our little Patreon and community. Outside of that, we do have a bunch of other media sources you can join. Hope you do appreciate that and take advantage of it as well. You'll be able to hang out with us and get to know some of the players a bit better. But I think that's going to be all. Carl, what happened last session?
Just for that, nothing. No. When last we left off, the majority of the party had just entered a vampire bar. And yes, nobody knew it was, none of the players knew if it was blood or wine. Most likely blood. After a moment of getting an intense stare off from the rest of the vampires, a vampire who I forget the name of,
Gavin.
was Gavin. Started with a G. A vampire by the name of Gavin apparently took interest in the rest of them. Called them over. Seems to have been somewhat of a head honcho in the area. God damn it. I just made that joke with Jero. No. And had a lovely conversation and a very lovely conversation with the party, and a especially flirtatious conversation with Gabby. After a while of talking and a bit of mind-to-mind confidency, they were informed that there was a guy watching them who was working for Markov, the original. I guess now in more ways than one. After deliberating.
There you go.
I was going to say deliberating. That would have been
defibrillator.
Yes, after defibrillating the vampire to life. Now, after deliberating.
Yes.
Deliberating.
Yes.
God damn it! Your languages. Talking. Yes.
English hard.
After deliberating. I fucked it up, didn't I?
No, you did it.
Deliberating.
You're good. Just move
as
forward.
to how to deal with a goddamn vampire. They decided to leave it to Gavin, who made a not so coy excuse of waiting for them outside. Walked outside. Nothing. And then a few seconds later, 2 hands pop out of the walls, grabbing the spy, I guess, neck, breaking it, not killing him, vampires, and knocking him out. Oh god. Yes, that. After a minor scuffle of what the fuck, I thought this was going to be somewhat subtle. They got brought up with the question of how to deal with this. They turned him into a goddamn mouse with polymorph, and proceeded to walk back to what was thought to be his mansion. Turns out to be his frat house. Tell me that is not what it is.
Sure.
After talking to the den mother, so to speak, of their little sect, and deciding that we probably should get get the rest of the party together, sent out a couple of people to fetch the other half of the party, Imperial and Reagan, who were one was hiding in the attic of a local bar, which they suspect of wrongdoing. And the other was pretending to be a cranky old man, and then started getting interrogated by Markov himself. I'd like to think that I somehow managed to pass any sort of rolls against him, but I don't know. After that somewhat interesting experience, they decided to try and find another way around, and began walking back, noticing that they were being tailed. After walking into a alleyway, they tried to confront him, ended up with Reagan getting grabbed by the neck and almost bitten on multiple occasions, and then bitten once. Then proceeding to turn him into a ball of mist after a lot of punching and fire. Later on, they got, somewhat later, after they were considering what the fuck they're supposed to do now, they were confronted by 2 other vampires, one of which I believe only showed his eyes, and the other only showed his mouth. After a minor scuffle of parkouring across the rooftops, they came across what was thought to be a safe house, turned just to be somebody's house that got fucking wrecked. And soon after, they met up with Gavin, initially confused because Imperial dropped his disguise. And they were later brought back to the others in the frat house. And then Gabby caused everyone to do the cha-cha slide. Oh yeah, Reagan, after much deliberation, decided to become a vampire, but I think only Gabby so far knows.
I believe so, yes. So, with all of that, you went to sleep inside of Lucian's magnificent mansion after many of you were starting to take fantastic preparations for a potential slaying or ambush late into the evening. Then Lucian opened up the door and went, guys, and you all went inside. Now, hates vampires. You just hate everything, though. That's not fair. But anyways.
She doesn't hate everything. She has one thing in her cold, dead heart. Bugs.
And gambling. But I think it's more that you hate people having money that you don't have. So anyways, you've all walked into Lucian's magnificent mansion, being able to gain a little bit of respite and ease throughout the evening. Reese, I would like you to roll me a d4. You are muted. Still muted.
D4 coming up.
Thank you. I too love lamp. Gabby. As you are sleeping, very peacefully, very easily inside of this beautiful mansion, a room specifically designed to the exact explanation that you do not need to give anybody, and preference that you want. It is the ideal, perfect room for you, and it is a very comfy place to stay. Your face lands on the beautiful peacock feather pillow, and you begin dreaming. Now, Gabby, inside of your dream, you've been awoken. It's a very odd sensation. You feel like you are fully aware, fully in control, unlike your usual dreamlike state. But you understand and you feel that you are still in that slumbered position. As this is happening, you see an individual who is walking towards you. Reese, would you like to describe what your character looks like, please?
Well, you guys do have the Roll20 portrait, right? Basically, that's the closest I could get to what Reese looks like. Only difference is Reese is more androgynous. So it's neither female or male that's really clear about her, or they, or whatever you want to call it. Let's just go with her for simplicity's sake. But it's not clear. She is 5'8", around that, and she does seem to have a lot of items on her that you probably, with your experience and where you're at right now, is like all the different kind of magical items that you can guess that she has on her. She has this little crown, like a helmet, but it's like a crown over her head. It's like obsidian. It's like a band. That's one of the things that sticks out the most. And she's a tiefling, more important than anything else. And she has, as the picture shows, gray-ish hue to her skin, not red or any other color. And yeah, pretty much that would be the description.
This individual is walking towards you. Do you have any weaponry on your sides?
She only carries a staff. No open weapons other than, just a staff.
All right.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, my travels have taken me to many places, and dreamscapes are always interesting. I am passing through. I was planning on passing through, and I didn't imagine that I would be encountering anybody. I wonder what brings us together.
Is this my dream?
I don't know. Is it your dream?
Are we sharing a
Could
dream?
it be my dream?
I don't know. Right now I'm dead.
Oh.
And then sleeping while dead and dreaming. So I'm not really sure how that works.
Peculiar. I wonder if there was a way to know. Auto game, Jero.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way for us to do like an Arcana check or something like that to see who this stream is originating from, or do we have any idea?
An insight check.
Insight check. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Gabby, you can also do it.
Alrighty. 30.
Gabby, this dream emanated from your mind, but where you stand, you do not feel is attached to your dream. You may have to double tap the roll to see if it goes through. Roll 20's been
there's
lagging a
issues
little
with
bit.
that.
Yeah, they've been lagging a little bit.
It says public roll, submit.
There you go.
Okay, so I need to hit it a bunch of times for it to go through.
Well,
Okay.
it's asking you if you want to roll it in private, if you want to roll at advantage, and then yes. But Gabby, the dream is emanating from you. You just left yours. I mean, you literally just went to sleep. But where you stand right now does not seem to have any association to the frightful events I can only imagine transpire in your dreamscape. So this must be something related to a global dreamscape of sorts.
Yeah, I don't think this is my dream. My best friend's not here. She would definitely be here if it was my dream.
So then it's a fabrication of my mind. Interesting.
Is there anything actually here, Jiro?
Nothing.
Oh,
It is
okay.
a void, perfect white.
Maybe we're just connected by the universe.
Yeah, I definitely do believe in the possibility of that being the case because I do travel between planes a lot. And I think this is one of those rare occasions where I encounter somebody during my travels. Could this mean something? Were you meant to pull me out of my travels into where you were supposed to be?
I don't know. What do you do?
I observe. I'm an observer. Let's put it that way.
Well, you want to take part in something bigger?
Well, I'm actually on my way to this plane called the Zodiac.
Yep, that's where I'm at right now. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I guess
Like I
get
said,
to-
I died, so I'm kind of not in the Zodiac right now with my soul, but my body's in the Zodiac.
Interesting. So you potentially are going to be my local guide then.
Maybe we were meant to meet.
Interesting. Powers to be. Well, I do work for the Celestials.
Hey, I am a Celestial.
So there you go. Maybe I was meant to be working with you then.
Cool. Well,
Hey.
I don't know how this works. I don't know how to get us back, but I'm Gabriella Sunseer. My friends call me Gabby, and I put my hand out.
I'm Reese. And Reese will nod, well, bow her head down a little bit. And I'm at your service.
All right. I tap my heels together 3 times.
Okay. Clack, clack, clack.
No. Okay.
No.
Forgot to say there's no- you forgot to say there's no place like home.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So I'm going to clack my heels together because since this is not originating from him, I'm going to try to wake up. Could I
Clack,
try
clack.
to do a kick thing?
Give yourself a wisdom check.
Okay. And I got hit the button a lot, eh?
Just a few times.
No, you gotta hit submit once you click it. If that doesn't work, hit it a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay, it asks you 2 questions.
There you go.
Alrighty. You manage
Wow,
to focus upon yourself, but you realize you don't really have an anchor from where you previously were
Yep.
to head back to. So instead of heading back, you move forward. So
Mhm.
you then spark yourself from your slumbered state. And Gabby, you are woken up in the middle of the night as well, as you see a spark of a glowing light appear in front of you, and Reese falls out of it, landing right beside you hard on your floor. And then immediately after that happens, Reese, your body is twisted and contorted and expelled out of this mansion.
Expelled out of the, like outside of the mansion?
Gabby, you watch Reese gets drugged physically by some force through the doorway all the way out the entrance and is thrusted out of it.
Ooh, I'm gonna chase after him.
I'm guessing we wake up from this.
Yeah, there's some
yeah.
noise being made.
Yeah, there's a
Well, I like to make an entrance.
yeah. So yes, you all wake up in the middle of your sleep.
Imperial's going to like immediately run out with the staff pointed like a gun.
So I'm at the front entrance in their yard or something on the floor.
You are actually inside of a beautiful, ornate room with a fantastic, large California king-size bed that's very gothic and ceremonious in its creation. Where you see an ethereal door is open that you were just expelled from and then slammed shut in front of you.
Okay.
And out comes a Dragonborn.
Yes. A Dragonborn opens the door, just stepping inside, a little hunched over. And Imperial, you see this individual. And Gabby is currently running up to you as well.
Yep. I'll slowly get up, dust myself off, and
Imperial immediately points the staff it's not like it's a spear, it's just a staff into your chest. What the fuck are you doing?
I come in peace.
Imperial, put that thing away. This is my friend, Reese.
You pick up every puppy you see on the street.
Nice to meet you, Imperial. And I'm a good puppy to have. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I'm leaving. No, just no.
Lucian will approach and he will say, I think we're under attack. Everyone, get ready.
Not an attack, it's Lucian. My new friend.
Lucian, Gabby just adopted another one.
I didn't mean to create such a commotion. I'm sorry if I disturbed your peaceful sleep. Some things are out of my hand. But I'm destined to be here.
Glacies.
Where did you come from?
We met in a dream.
I come from everywhere and nowhere.
Imperial shouting for Glacies.
I don't have one place that I call home.
And you met Gabby in a dream and came here.
Our patrons introduced us to each other in their own way.
Ooh, I don't have a patron.
Okay.
Mine actually facilitated it then for us to cross paths and for you to potentially become my guide so I can carry on what I'm meant to be doing.
He's going to help us kill a god. Or she.
If this god is abusing their power, then probably that is the reason why I'm here.
See, I told you she's my friend.
Okay. Well, if you say this person came here through some dream with you, then I guess that's reasonable. I'm just on guard. Just so you know, this whole house is full of vampires.
But they're our friends too.
Fascinating.
They're currently not our enemies. I would not say they're our friends.
They're my friends.
Okay. Well, they're Gabby's friends.
Since I'm simply a guest, I will follow your lead, and I will do my best to not get in your way and be as helpful as possible.
All right. Well, I would not leave you out there, so you may enter the mansion. I'll give you permission. It's a magic extra-dimensional space that I have control of.
Oh, extremely interesting. I have seen one of these in the past in my travels.
It's terribly
We'll
useful.
talk about the architecture of this when we have the time. But of course, thank you for the invitation. I will pass through the gates.
And this time you are not immediately ejected from it. Without permission, no one is allowed to be inside of his mansion.
You can stay in my room. We can have a sleepover. Get to know each other.
I brought my spare gown as well. For a gown party, I guess. Nightgown party?
Fantastic.
Imperial is rubbing his eyes. Alright. So Gabby dreamt up a nature documentary. And now she's in the mansion.
I can't say I understand half of what is going on with Gabby half the time, so I'm just going to go with it.
I'm just happy it was Gabby.
Imagine
Is Iblis out here yet?
Iblis, let you go?
really needed this long rest, I'm not gonna lie.
So no, Iblis is passed out.
All right, I'll look around. I'll tell Reese. I don't see Iblis. She's not out here. She must be sleeping. You can meet her in the morning, though. She's awesome.
They're one of your companions, so not all is present at the moment, I presume. There's a couple
Indeed.
of others that I will be meeting. Very well. If you want to continue your rest, we can talk in the morning, and then you guys can let me know what it is that I can help you with.
All right.
Sounds agreeable.
Very well.
The two of you go to your room, Gabby, and start having a fun little sleepover. I'm sorry, I just have... Iblis, you release your non-detection?
I mean, it has to go for 8. It only goes for like 8 hours, right? And I'm in the McMansion, so it's not like anyone can come in here. I hope.
Right, but you don't have to release it. You could just cast it before going to sleep, and then...
I thought long rest was like 12 hours or
6.
something. Oh,
6 hours.
6?
Dude, who
Never
the
mind,
fuck
that's-
needs to sleep for 12 hours?
Somebody that broke bones and is bleeding profusely.
You're level 16, you're good.
Here's also the fact that non-detection costs 25 GP
Oh, Iblis is good.
of diamonds.
Iblis is good.
Alright, I don't know where you're keeping those, but I don't want to know.
This is good.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, that's never going down then.
Yes. I am non-detected for the next 16 years. Good. But anyways. The two of you sit down inside of your room, everybody else deciding to go to sleep as best as they can. Are the two of you going to do any discussions or go to sleep?
Well, Reese will follow the host's lead. If she wants to talk, we'll talk. If she wants to rest, we'll rest. Reese is extremely accommodating.
Ooh, I think I'm too excited to go to sleep right now.
Question away. I'm an open book.
You got a staff. Do you do magic?
I am a sorcerer, yes.
Ooh, neato. I'm a cleric, but I don't have a god. I am my own. There's a god that is doing bad things with his powers, and I plan on killing him and taking his place.
That explains why I'm here.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
After a few hours
Well,
of...
do we have any information on the history of this god and where it came from? Usually what happens in my travels and the missions or the purposes that I'm given is that they usually start from a place of being the oppressed and they become the oppressor. At that point, I enter the picture.
I explained to Reese as much as I know about Leo from what I've studied in the temples.
Roll me
So-
a history check. Gabby.
Natural one. Okay.
He's a god. He's a dickhead. He is one of the prime deities of this world. He is viewed as the most powerful god of all of the prime deities of this world. And as far as this world as the majority is concerned, he is one of 13 gods that exist, and they are unaware of any others. Which, Reese, you obviously know is a lie. There are hundreds of, if not thousands of gods.
Sorry, I'm taking notes.
No worries.
Reese takes out an actual notepad.
His primary domain is that of the strength and fortitude of Earth and of divine energy and light.
Divine energy, light, and the strength of earth.
Yes.
So the major question here is, was at one point Leo the one that was being oppressed and then broke the chains and then took over power and then became the oppressor? Is that happening in this scenario or no?
Gabby does not know, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
On a
not
nine.
sure.
Very well.
He's a lot older than I am. I'm only 24.
We can delve into it. We can start from there. I knew there's a reason why I was sent here. Usually for security purposes, the specifics of the mission itself is not given to me. until I show up and start putting the pieces together. So it'll come to us.
And I don't have a patron, but I was born of a god. I don't have a mother and father. I'm actually a piece of a god, and she talks to me sometimes.
But
And
you don't
helps
know
out.
who this god is basically what you're saying.
I know who she is, but I don't worship her. We're more like friends. I have a lot of friends.
I can tell. That was a pretty good welcome compared to the experiences we had with your a little bit more excited friends. Let's just put it that way for you.
Yeah, some of them are on guard because there's always bad stuff happening around us, and we have to fix it. But
Paranoia is sometimes your friend, and I take advantage of that whenever I can.
Speaking of paranoia, after a few hours of them talking, Imperial is going to knock on their door.
come in.
He's going to stick, like, the head is going to, like, extend out and around the corner.
So
I'm
like,
gonna throw a pillow at him.
Motherfucker.
give me a dex check, Gabby.
So the other thing that I need to do as a part of Reese's MO throughout this conversation, I will probably do insight checks, which I'm not the greatest at, obviously, but just to make sure what I'm being told is genuine. Or do we basically say it is genuine and don't even worry about it, or should I insight check it?
You can
You can
insight
choose
check.
to believe it.
You can choose, but if you are thinking to be resistant
Now-
to that, then insight.
I don't take Reese doesn't take things at face value.
She'll have a wonderful time with Imperial.
Gabby's the opposite. She believes everything.
Yeah. So Gabby is genuine, is what I'm trying to do. Like the stories that I'm being told and all that stuff, kind of thing.
She is as genuine as her belief goes. You're not
Okay.
positive as if it's all true, and
Okay.
she does not seem like the smartest individual you've ever met. However, she is as genuine as she can insinuate.
Okay, perfect.
Iblis, if you want, there are 6 different floors to this mansion. You can be on the opposite side of the building, no problem.
Oh no, I was making a joke that's why Imperial went in there.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, right, Reese, you'll notice this immediately. For a Dragonborn, he actually has a neck and a very long neck.
Oh, the other thing that interesting, like that's one thing that you also notice that I forgot to add is that Reese actually has silver platinum scaled skin.
Huh. I had a friend like
It's
you
not
once.
like regular if you ever encountered tieflings before, but there's what I'm trying to get to. Would that be check that they need to do to see if it's dragon related or not, or would they know automatically?
Imperial would know. Imperial would know.
So you would
but
know.
if Gabby was curious, she could roll a nature check.
Why does every magic caster I mean have to do something with dragons?
Hey man, dragons are the best. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That dragons are cool.
You know, well, Imperial knows Reese is a draconic bloodline, pretty much. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out it's probably a silver dragon. With the color complexion and everything else. And when we look at what did you roll? No, Gabriella didn't bother, I guess.
No, Gabby's
Nope, Real
whispering
doesn't care.
something to me.
Okay.
Are
And
they
also-
shiny? Are they pretty?
Yes.
That's all she cares.
Imperial was like sticking his head around the corner of the door. Right. 2 things. First of all, shut up.
Wait, hold on. Is Imperial saying shut up to who?
Both of you.
Oh, us. Okay. Oh, all right.
Imperial is a grumpy old dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, why does everyone I have to meet have to be a silver dragon?
Oh, you encountered more of the silver bloodlines in the past. I would love to hear your story, but since you would not prefer for me to be talking to you any longer, I'm just going to shut up.
You could join us, Imperial, and I pat on the bed. And you can join us too, Lucian, if you want.
Yeah, Lucian, your stealth wasn't high enough for her.
Yeah, I know.
There was Imperial was also looking at you.
Yeah. You're kind of hidden away in one of the secret passages that you can make the mansion have at will.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Of
But
course,
both of them notice you.
Imperial moves in. His head remains stationary
So
as
you
his
turtle.
body catches up with him. And of course, immediately you notice that he has 2 wings on his back. They're small, but they're wings.
Oh no, I shouldn't have shown mine then.
If you're getting into a wing measuring competition, I will beat you.
If you have to have a wing measuring competition with a sorcerer, you are given the world's cruelest handicap.
We're not there yet. The wings are not coming out yet. Wing measuring contest to be scheduled.
Ooh, I want to see your wings.
Okay then. I will reveal my wings.
Alrighty. Please describe what your wings look like.
They're basically... I want to make sure I do it justice. Well, do I have the liberty to design them as I please, or is there limitations on this?
The limitation is, make it within reason to size of you.
So, because the skin that Reese has is metallic, I'm imagining the wings to be organic, but at the same time they look like blades. They are straight lines rather than curved, blade-looking wings that come out of organic, but straight lines.
Oh, they're beautiful. But mine are softer. Here, go ahead and touch, and I unfurl my wings.
Everyone has wings.
Very
They're not
impressive.
special.
And I hope that satisfies your curiosity.
I wasn't curious.
Oh, I presume too much. If that's the case, I didn't mean any offense. My apologies.
Right. I'm being
I
courteous
thought we
now.
were having fun.
I'm going to be courteous now, and I never want you to mention it again. My name is Imperial Stellium, and he hands out any shit. I can't speak today, can I?
You need caffeine, buddy. I had a cup of coffee.
I'll drink some now. He reaches out his hand. That's the word. And attempts to shake yours if you.
Yeah, of course. Reese will do a firm wrist grab at the handshake. Do you want to go for the palm, but we'll go for the wrist? And try to land his wrist in yours too. Do like a hearty wrist grapple. Not grapple, but like shake. Let's just put a firm wrist shake. Let's just put it that way.
Interconic is just going to say do that again, and I will end you.
Now, roll me a history check, please, Reese.
Reese?
Yes.
Okay, I'm rolling. Come in. This thing is annoying. Okay. Woohoo!
You heard his name, and he said it with a level of authority and note, but it's a nice sounding name.
He said his name in Draconic. Is that what it is?
Yes.
And then
Which
he
is-
said,
Go ahead and repeat it, Carl.
Imperial
Yes.
Stellium.
Stellium. I should write that down.
Istelion or IUMN.
Okay, you can type it. I'll write it because.
Yes.
So the other part, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm getting the impression Imperial didn't care much for my wrist handshake.
He seems to not care much for you in general, but he also has incredibly heavy sags under his eyes and looks exhausted right now.
Okay.
Whereas Gabby looks a little tired, but not that tired.
Very well. I am at your service, and I am looking forward to having further conversations and pick on your brains about your travels and share your wisdom.
Lucian, did you ever come out of the wall?
Nope.
There's somebody
like-
in the wall right now too. That's impressive.
It was a bluff. They don't know I'm here.
Okay.
Very well.
If you're at my service, I ask one thing.
Very well.
Shut up.
For how
Okay,
long?
2 things. Shut up and go to sleep.
All right, we can talk more in the morning, Reese.
Very well. I will probably make myself comfortable at the corner over here, if that's okay with you.
It's a big enough bed. You can use the other half.
Very well. Thank you for your extreme hospitality. As Reese says that, she's gonna look at Imperial with that, sarcastic kind of expression, and will make herself comfortable on the bed.
And don't
Imperial
worry,
will just give her the general menace.
Imperial won't hurt you while I'm here. I'll make sure of that.
I'm sure I will be able to fend for myself for the most part, bearing if what I have observed so far is accurate. It should be fine. But thank you. I appreciate the offer.
Close the door on your way out, Imperial.
He's already gone.
Good.
So,
I guess you had an encounter. Well, Reese is whispering. He's not being loud and gregarious or, obnoxious in any way. But, it's like two siblings at nighttime, like whispering to each other before they go to bed kind of conversation, across from each other kind of thing.
Mhm.
And Reese will end it on this note by saying, I guess you recently came out of an altercation, and he seems to be pretty out of it.
He might be upset that with me because I almost woke up some creature, a Terrace, a Taurus. I can't remember the name. Tarask. That's what it was. It was a Tarask. They said it was something crazy. I don't know.
And that you guys had to put it back, put the genie back in the bottle? Is that what the problem was?
No, it never woke up, so I don't know why he was so cranky about it.
Interesting. Very well. In time, we will understand each other better and know how to tiptoe if we need to.
He's a good guy deep down, I know.
Grumpier they get, purer they are.
Screams of horror in the background.
Oh well. Good night, Reese.
Have a good night.
Good night, Lucian.
Good night. Shit!
you hear muffled through the wall.
I chuckle and then go to sleep.
Imperial is now the dad of the party. Congratulations.
I
Go
always
the fuck
was.
to sleep.
Actually, I'm the grandpa of the party, considering the age.
I have work at 4 a.m. Go the fuck to sleep.
Vampires don't use normal times.
Istelium is the responsible one.
Those are
Yeah,
my fucking last
actually,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go with the Lucian being in the wall right now. That's something to hold.
Oh, I don't know. Somebody
better.
burst through the fabric of reality just to invade your house. You'd be a
Not
slight
just to
bit disturbed.
invade the house. She came to hang out with me.
Tell yourself that. Just
And you just had a dance party with vampires because they're real cool.
Oh my god, that was so much fun. You guys should have been there.
I was there.
Oh yeah. my wily charms. And Iblis? It was you too?
What? No, I had to go. I didn't go. Oh, I danced with you though. Yeah, I came back up there and
Yeah.
danced when I got
Yeah,
back.
you did.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wanted out of this whole campaign. And I didn't even know it until that moment.
So,
Character
everyone else
complete.
goes to sleep aside from Lucian, who already got his 4 hours of trancing. Lucian, you wait in the wall the entire time, being very creepy, just sitting there,
No.
having one of your servants bring over a chair for you, footstool. It's
If they're not talking anymore, I'll just go and read.
okay. But anyways, we're gonna time skip a little bit. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I think after 8 hours, everybody would feel considerably better.
Yep.
Hopefully, a lot less cranky.
You'd think. You'd hope.
But that would be boring. So give us the crank. We'll make it work.
I should go rabble, rabble, rabble.
So, everybody wakes up one at a time. Of course, Reagan and Lucian are the first ones awake. Iblis, quite possibly the last. But breakfast is being served out for all of you inside of this manor, this beautiful mansion for you all. It is... Lucian, what's for breakfast?
It's...
Waffles?
Yeah, bacon, eggs, waffles, basic, brunch food. Something that can get you
Mimosas.
through most of the day.
Are mimosas present? It's a very important question.
Sure. Lucian's not a mimosas person, but he'll have an ale with his breakfast.
Oh, are you more of a Bloody Mary? Not Bloody... What? Yeah, Bloody Mary, right?
Yeah.
That's the disgusting tomato juice drink, right?
Yeah.
That no real human being actually appreciates, and if you do, you're a psychopath.
Only if you're a day drinker.
You're still a psychopath.
They have mimosas for that.
A little bit.
Yeah, mimosas are for day drinking. Bloody Marys
Here
are
I
for
stand,
psychopaths.
never having touched a single alcoholic drink in his life.
Good, don't do it. You don't need it. But yes, a beautiful display out for all of you to enjoy. Iblis, as you wander up to the table, you see a new tiefling sitting there.
Immediately, what kind of tiefling? Can I discern what kind of tiefling it is?
Roll nature.
Okay, let's go. Nature, tiefling.
I was going to say not advantage because tiefling, but then I was going to say not all tieflings are the same.
I mean, it has a dragonborn.
Let's not stereotype, please.
Yeah. Oh, she's a tiefling as well.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
figured. Iblis is actually a demonic name. It means demon, and actually, in my other language.
Nice. Well, Iblis, this tiefling seems to have heritage that can be traced back to Asmodeus. That part is easily discerned, mostly from the sharpened features that are more predominant, but also very fierce and beautiful compared to many of the other ones that like to feign softness or harshness in order to emphasize their point across. However, she definitely is not a she's not a native fiend by any imagination. She is somebody who has the heritage imbued through generations, not somebody who was born of the hells.
Is this a vampire?
No, this is
No.
my new friend.
No.
This
Reese.
is Reese. Nice to meet you. And Reese will get up and offer her hand.
I don't do touching.
It's expected.
Hi, I'm Iblis.
Very well, Iblis. I think we're rounding up your party right now, and if only I could see the one in the walls. I have
No,
a
that's-
feeling to be...
That's me. I'm sitting at the table.
Okay, so now we're full house then.
Well,
Very well.
Reagan is not participating because the player is not here, but yes.
Yeah, but the NPC is there too, probably, I'm assuming, right? At the table? Yeah, okay.
Reagan's
So-
just chilling.
Reese, at your service.
Oh my god,
Nice to meet
Reagan's having a Bloody Mary.
you. You're not associated with the Hells.
Oh, I am most definitely associated with a hell from a plane, not necessarily yours. But I left my hell behind during my travels.
Which archdevil?
Oh, we're getting personal, aren't we?
I'll tell mine if you tell yours.
That's exactly where I was going with this. I'm going to count to 3 and we're going to say it out loud. Ready?
3.
1, 2, 3. Great old one.
Whoa, what? I said Fierno, but great old one. That's not an archdevil. What, Gerald, what would that be? History check or something?
Religion.
Religion? Oh,
Yeah.
Am I any good at that?
Does that information mean anything to me?
You, other than reading your tourist guide through the layers of hell, have very limited research into the hells,
I'm gonna
unfortunately.
say that sounds like a demon. That doesn't sound like an archdevil.
Well, a great old one, actually, on an 18 for religion, considering you are somebody partial to the hells. A great old one refers to somebody who existed before the creation of title. A title was only created originally by the gods who wished to hoard that over anybody else, and then they designated other individuals to have all of these aspects and creations. A great old one is somebody who lasted before and was a part of the creation of the process of creation.
And also the Reese's logic is hell is subjective. What you think is hell is not necessarily what Reese thinks hell as well, and then because of what her experiences are and what she has experienced, that's what she could be calling it as well. That's a lot of game information, but yeah, this is a very open-ended, subjective conversation.
Hey. No.
And I'm sorry, I was too loud and I didn't hear you over my loudness. And you belong to who again?
Dierna. X. Dierna.
Ex
Yes.
Dierma?
Dierna.
Is that that would be, what kind of chick would that be? That would not be our,
Religion.
you say that religion?
Yes.
God, everything that I'm weak on is coming back to back. Impressive.
It's almost like the intelligence ones are information based.
Yes. And there is one wizard.
Hey,
That was a
What in the
D10.
sim?
No,
Wait.
I was rolling how many Tempest charges I got back, so I'm back up to maximum.
Cool.
I got 9 on intelligence.
For Religion of 9, you know that there is a
Same as me.
reflective plane of existence called the Nine Hells,
Okay.
and you think she might be thinking about that. But you
Okay.
don't know too much about the Nine Hells since they're not really a problem for you.
I heard of the 9 hells before. Fascinating. I would love to get to know you as well. So many questions. This is already turning out to be a very productive trip.
you know,
Gabby, where did you find this one again?
Lucian,
In my
Oh.
dreams.
Oh God.
Lucian, I was joking on. I was joking when I referred to her as a nature documenter. Gabby, did you dream up more?
Okay.
I think there was something about sausages before that, but I didn't get any sausages. But there's sausages here, so it's cool.
Let's leave it at that. Alright, we have a dreamt up nature documenter with bloodlines all over the place.
I thought maybe he was an imaginary friend at first, but then you all could see him, so I knew it was okay.
Oh, I am very real.
Hmm.
Well, Reese, you seem straightforward and honest, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Well,
I try.
I didn't fully trust your intentions. That's why I was creeping in the walls. I usually don't do that, but
Oh,
I didn't want to
He's
leave
lying.
you
He always does
alone
that.
in. Hardly. Most things don't interest me that much, but
I thought Mike's was.
that is
interesting
all
enough.
expected. I'm the newcomer and you don't know anything about me, and it's smart the way that you acted. And I wasn't offended by it at all. I would do the same.
well, fair enough.
Iblis.
Just wanted
In-
to clear the air.
In the 2 or so years that you've known Lucian, you've experienced him being in the walls a total of twice. And both of them was to escape from Leonidas.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to spend a whole lot of time, and, well, to be honest, you would notice.
He's not in the walls. Near me.
Was that disappointment or anger?
She insight check and find out.
But anyways, Lucian, you hear the grandfather clock ding loudly in the other room, which symbolizes that your mansion is about to expire for the day in 1 minute.
Well, all right, everyone. The
GTFO
spell is
time?
about to end, so we should exit before we are exited.
I mean, it wouldn't have been the first time for one of us. Actually, never mind. We have been jetted out of here once.
Were you? You weren't.
Yes, I was. It was when Zodiac died.
Yes, in the fight against Leonidas.
We got GTFO'd.
Oh, and then you fought the Croton. Okay, yeah.
Does stuff just appear for you in here that you want?
Yeah, like this. And
If I want it.
Can I get like a couple mimosas before we go?
drink them
So
now.
was this last call? All right.
Yeah, exactly.
And a servant will, bring them up. It's like, and just like last call, you got a minute to drink those, and then you got to get the hell out.
I chug mimosas and then I put as much food in my mouth as I can and start walking towards the door.
All right.
It
As
disappears.
As you are walking to the door, the food is disappearing from your mouth.
No! No!
And then all of you step out.
As the last bit of food runs down your throat, it disappears midway.
You hear knocking on the door outside of the mansion, the one inside of the manor.
Who is it?
No, wait, don't invite them in.
I didn't invite him in. I said, who is it?
I live here.
Oh,
I
come on
wanted
in.
to come. I can't.
I just said you can.
You just invited them.
No, I can't come in because she set up traps outside the door.
Who's she?
The tiefling.
She just got here. How could she have set up traps?
Wait, what? No, the tiefling was here yesterday.
Imperial opens the,
Ivalis.
Imperial opens the door with a staff.
Gavin is leaning in the archway, just smiling.
We got a visitor.
What the fuck's that? Looks over at Reese.
A tiefling.
That's Reese.
Do you just adopt these things? Like,
She does.
They're my friends. Like you.
was I adopted? Oh, it's fine.
You want to be.
I'm
Debatable.
I'm already.
Kinky.
Gentlemen, please. But regardless, we're setting up for the attack. We have about 45 pharaohs at our disposal, ready to send over towards the Markov Manor as we speak.
Barrels of what?
Younger vampires.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, rewind. They have barrel stuffed with other vampires? Is that what you said?
Feral vampires.
Oh, feral. Oh, 45. I thought you were saying barrels. Okay, never mind.
Well, we have a barrel of monkeys, but they're non-vampiric.
No, I mean, I would love to see barrels of vampires. That would be interesting too. But
That's a collector's item. But
we're
yes.
getting ready for an attack. I always come in
You're
at the right
so-
time, it seems.
Clearly.
Are you gonna... Is she your meat shield? Looks at everyone else.
Wow.
Imperial immediately looks around the room.
Even if she were, you're not supposed to say that.
Not all vampires are courteous, it seems. Interesting. I need to change my notes that I gathered on them so far. Maybe I was generalizing too
I'm more
much.
concerned about how you got into this manor without us knowing.
Oh,
Like I said, she dreamed her up.
That
You know-
doesn't make sense.
there are many
it
roles, there are
doesn't.
many dimensions, and there are a lot of mysteries. And I'm one of them.
She was talking about this all night.
All right, fine. Whatever
Can I
you want to call
insight
it.
check that?
Go for it.
Oh, and Reese, these vampires are our friends, so we promise not to hurt them, and they won't hurt us. But if the little feral ones turn and attack us, we're allowed to defend ourselves.
Very well.
I prefer
You
you
just-
don't kill them if you can help it, but
I kind of burst sunlight, so I'll try not to, but
yeah, that's
Do they still respond to primordial fear?
It is auspicious that I'm going to be seeing you all in action right off the gate. This will give me the opportunity to adjust and adapt and probably come up with tactics that would serve everyone.
True.
I'll
Baby
ask my
Jesus.
question.
29. Insight is for to see if I'm being genuine.
Yes.
Oh,
not
yeah.
exactly. I whispered something to her.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, though. Hold on. Rewind 1 second. I will whisper something to you, too.
Go for it.
All right. Imperial's going to ask the question again since I think it got buried. Do they still respond to a primordial fear?
Primal fear. Oh, absolutely.
Imperial just smiles.
I like you.
Well, coupled
in a
with
better
the sun,
now that you got some sleep.
So I'm not
Oh,
clear on where the mansion is or how the attack is going to commence. Are we just running in there, or are we like?
Would you like to
popping up
join us in the
basement?
war room?
Yes, very much.
He
still
stands
have
out from the doorway and just gestures down the hall.
I
we
will.
still have the body.
1 second, Reese. Are you trying to? Do you know how to whisper on Roll20?
Well, it's /W, but what's your roll 20?
Space DM,
Yeah, that's what I did.
and it should come up with DM
But-
PP blah 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 blah.
It
Just
says
Yeah.
it says unable to find player. Maybe because I put my name right after. Let me space it out. Oh, it says
Yeah, you don't add your name, just add me and then space.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're whispering yourself.
Yeah, just do /W.
Okay, I
space.
need to change my sentence a little bit to make it make sense now.
Sure.
All
Since
right,
I
then.
took myself out of it.
No worries.
Imperial's walking in there with him. He's just going to awfully ask, do we still have the body?
Oh, no. The Ferals got hungry.
Dang it.
You seem to be done with it.
Better him than us.
God damn it, the hungry
What
bastard.
the hell? You said /WDM, right?
/W space DM.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And it comes up DM apostrophe PP dot all that jazz.
Yeah.
You're
but-
supposed to... can I say something? Sorry.
Uh-huh.
As you do /DM or /W space DM, there will be a little pop-up below it. Click on DM there.
Okay. Well, no. The fuck. I did the boldface. I did that too. Yeah, I did it that way originally. Is it like capital
on.
letter sensitive?
If you want, you
No.
can just message me
Okay,
on
it works
Discord.
now. Okay,
Okay.
it works.
I
It
told you,
works.
click on the thing.
Yes.
It's interesting. Okay.
Yes. Now, while you fiddle with that, I guess we enter the war room.
So, you all
Yes.
follow down the hallway over to. Important question, Iblis. Are you skipping with Gabby? Okay, she is not.
Oh,
But yes, making it over to Marcella's room, the door creaks and opens wide for all of you. And you see Marcella is standing there in the center of the room with a table lying there. The table has several pieces of parchment and a couple of maps attached to it. Different ranking systems associated with different symbols that they have, as well as a multitude of different figurines that are placed across this table to represent different individuals. Marcella looks up and goes, "Ah, welcome. Who's that?
it's my friend Reese.
Do you just like adopt
Reese will
people?
nod as usual.
Why does everybody say that?
I don't understand.
Just give this one a pass. She came through our end of the mansion.
Very well. Regardless, the plan I have outlined, thanks to the information you gave us yesterday, Imperial, I appreciate it.
Imperial takes out his unending flask of coffee.
Yep. Yep.
He looks at Lucian. I forgot I had this.
Nice.
100 gold well spent.
So, since none of you are going to be participating with my group directly, I don't think that we should worry too much about you killing some of our ferals. Of course, unless the ferals break into the building.
I might be able to scare them off.
Well, whatever you need to do. Regardless, she saunters around the table. Please, whoever's your tacticians, come here.
I'm guessing Imperial and Lucian show up.
I will approach.
Gabby steps forward.
Imperial goes to stop us, maybe she'll be smart.
Well, I know she'll be very useful in the attack, so I don't mind her knowing what's going on.
And I am the one that formed this group.
At my house.
Yep.
Okay.
You smell a faint scent of elf blood.
It is elf blood black coffee. Beautiful fragrance.
Oh.
I got it from the Beholder.
It is not basic white bitch chai tea special or decaf. That is what Iblis likes. But anyways, you walk around the table and she starts pointing out different aspects to you all. Markov's Manor is comprised of 4 different stories. There is an underground aspect, the main floor, the second floor, and the 3rd floor above that. Aside from that, the rooftop is perfectly stable for a fight to transpire from there. As she begins showing you it all, I do want to show you the aerial view of the entry to this establishment. Can you all see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see a roof and turrets, and
Very well.
gatehouses, yes.
This is the top of the establishment. Only the front of the building. We don't have a drawn-out aspect of the rear of it or any of the other hallways. But the construct of this is a T. So I believe you can figure it out. The roof tiles are incredibly sturdy, very thick, but they are of natural creation, which means they can die at the snap of a finger or a snap of a fist, if any of you are so inclined. I only recommend you all go through that entryway if you're willing to fight down 4 levels of creatures and guards and traps in order to find him. However, it would be the most direct route to get in there. Before you all go in, we are going to stage a large-scale battle out front. And I will be filtering myself through this battle, entering in after the carnage has hit a specific tempo that I can navigate more easily. I plan on meeting you all inside, and I definitely want to watch him die. But this is the roof entry. There are 4 rooms attached to the roof. She points at the 4 areas that you can see. These are the weakest points inside of the building. Different establishments. They only have solid stained glass windows to protect them. They are balcony views, more ornate in nature. Again, if you are so inclined. If you are less than inclined to participate in that, may I point out the basement structure? Which reminds me, do any of you have the capabilities of moving through the ground and earth?
Moving through what?
The ground and earth.
Oh. Do they have any words up against teleportation?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing's that simple.
Then, not so much.
Well, if you could figure out a way to get on par with the level of the basement and move through that, you might be able to find yourself in an establishment like this. She shows you. This is the only known description we have for what the basement looks like. We sent scouts there nearly 800 years ago. Or
Looks like what?
80 years ago. This is what it looks like. Oh, did I not bring you all here?
Nope.
I did not. I brought myself here. There you go.
You selfish bastard.
The staircase located here can be reached from a staircase over here that comes from one of the upper landings and floors. Though we did notice another staircase, we don't know where that comes from inside of the establishment to get to this location.
Mhm.
Again, our guard could barely even go in from that area.
This was 800 years ago?
Yes.
80 or 800. Okay.
That's a long time, even for you all, right?
Barely.
Okay.
However, it's kind of difficult to get proper masons down here to work on it. That is also the location where he held his feral experiments. You see, Markov has a very nasty habit of turning masses of people into our kind, without asking first, much like your friend over there gestures to Reagan. However, he allows them to become feral and to fight, and with each batch that he throws down there, his words, not mine, whichever one is the strongest one able to survive, or ones strong enough, are the ones that he allows to join his clan, which is why he has so few, but all of them are so potent.
Quick question, Jero.
Yes. Yes.
Have I ever seen a giant badger?
A giant badger. Roll me a nature check. Because you've seen other things when you were on that island.
Would any of them have a burrow speed?
The clawed armadillo. Oh no, you didn't see that. That's right. You didn't go to that part of the island. Sorry, I'm backtracking nearly 8 months IRL. No, just roll me a nature. No. Unfortunately, you do not know anything off the top of your head that has a natural burrow speed.
I can open Earth. I did it yesterday.
No.
No. You can cause
That
an
was
earthquake.
you.
Oh, yeah. On the town up top.
What the hell are you?
She wanted to bring
I'm Gabby.
sunshine to this gloomy city.
Well, I would ask that you refrain from doing that in the future.
I've already asked her to do so.
Anywhere, just here.
Here, we don't like sunshine.
Oh, yeah, no.
And they don't
Kind of
like
bothers
kittens
the eyes.
or puppies or anything.
I'll
Excuse
ask-
me, but I have a kennel of puppies that I raise myself.
And you
Thank
are
you.
just now telling us about dogs?
I don't trust you that much.
I will earn your trust and you will show me your dogs.
I want to ask Marcella, is it a vampiric ability to have the equivalent of true sight, like seeing into the ethereal realm and stuff?
For those of us aged to a certain year, yes.
Okay. Because I do
At
have...
my age, I have been able to glean instances only of the ethereal realm, but it's not something that I can do innately. I have to focus upon it.
Yeah.
However, keep in mind, Markov is older than myself.
Yeah. Because you ask about, ways to enter, and I have one scroll of etherealness.
Does
So
that
I
allow
can-
you to pass through locations?
Yeah, I sort of enter the ethereal plane, and I can sort of move, and then I can pop out.
Well, I second that notion. I don't need a scroll for it. I know the spell.
Yeah. I haven't had the chance to copy it in my spellbook, but I have a scroll.
There's
Very
two of
well.
us that can go ethereal.
I think the spell... What's the name of the spell again?
Etherealness.
Etherealness.
Do you want me to drop it?
No, I'm already looking it up. Thank you, though. Or if you already dropped it, sure.
Yeah. Or Lucian dropped it actually before me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I was reading it.
Oh, only you step into the ethereal.
Yeah, I didn't say I could bring everyone. I just
No, I can. Yeah, it's just two of us. I can do myself or somebody else.
if you upcast it, you could do
4 people at 8th level.
yeah.
Ooh, I can
Yeah.
do a bunch of people too. can do
I don't
4.
think you can upcast a scroll, but
No,
you
I have
cannot.
the spell.
Yeah,
have.
I
Reese
don't
can
have-
do it. You cannot.
yeah, I don't.
So by
Just
that count, Reese
clarifying.
could do 4. Lucian could do 1. So that's 5 people. Then you're all looking around, and Reagan looks and goes, "Oh, I can get my own way in."
Yeah, it's like, can you miss like these other vampires? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a question
can
about
I?
that, Lady Marcella.
What is your question?
What will Markov have control over her?
Only if he focuses his energy to do so. She has a strong mind and a strong will. And even at that, Reagan looks over. Nobody controls my mind for long. Monks are bullshit. So.
A lot of things.
I use mind control. I use an action to end your mind control.
What have you
Does he
done?
mind control you to take that action?
Why would that?
So he would be able to control her and force her to do things, but not for a long period of time. Now, if he was able to see me in there, I have built up my resilience over the last 800. Since we've been planning our first assault against him.
Hence the spies in his basement.
Of course.
Are any of my spells going to have an adverse effect on her? Obviously, the radiant ones, of course. Anything with sunlight. But what about like
Yes.
healing?
She still has a body.
Okay, so I can regenerate wounds and stuff.
Of course.
What about bless?
I'm not positive on how your spells work, but is it more of your intent of the nature of the spell, or is it more the source in which you call the spell from?
I just close my eyes and hope my friends are okay.
So intent. That is the notion you should use moving forward. However, if you try banishing all the undead near you, I fear that your friend may fall victim to that as well.
How are the vampires of a fire? Is there any weakness to it?
Wives'
have-
tales. The feral ones
well.
can be afraid of it because of their attachment to their previous lives. As
Everyone
any of
slowly
us
turns-
can agree, if you've seen fire, fire bad, fire
What about-
hurt.
What about silver?
Everyone slowly turns to Imperial when we're dealing with fire.
Yes. Silver, it's a decent enough substitute to harm us. Honestly, if you don't have magic weaponry, you shouldn't even be wasting your time trying to fight us in the first
Okay,
place.
so magic weaponry is as good as silver. Okay.
Yes.
Guys, I might need a magic weapon.
Can't you just holy up your weapon?
You
I believe
have like
you are
a
magic
radiant sword. Like you're
Yeah,
good.
it's just an old sword that I have from the temple.
Yeah, well,
Everyone's wide-eyed staring at you right now.
all right.
Imperial hands you a scimitar.
Oh, thank you.
It's magic. It can fly around you, attack for you. Just fucking use it.
Thank you.
I think we might need to fashion some sort of silvered crossbow bolts for Iblis. I don't know if shooting a crossbow bolt from a good crossbow makes them magic.
That is a good question. Experts on their own bolts.
I mean, I've changed a lot of things on it. So right now it's force damage. So I don't.
Your crossbow bolts do force damage.
They
Yeah,
explode.
Then
Yeah,
okay.
Well, the bow is magical. The bolts themselves are also magical because you
Well,
shoot
then-
it from the bow. For the purposes of
enough.
ignoring magical resistances and immunities. Very well. Well then,
Just questions to ponder.
I will let you know about his protective detail as well. I feel like this is going to be very important. He has 2 agents whenever he's in his estate, which, mind you, he is in his estate right now. I've already confirmed this. The first one, he named Magum. Beautiful man, maybe 300 years younger than myself. Back then, we were friends and allies. This individual is a practitioner of the arcane arts to a degree that most individuals aspire to one day. He is also the reason so many of us are fearful of magic. Many of the younger ones have little to no experience with it, and his spells are considerably difficult for us to deal with in particular. Additionally, he has another individual that he's always kept on a chain, metaphorically speaking. This person, if you want to consider it that, has never evolved past their feral nature. They are much more aggressive, terrifying to deal with. Though they are stupid, the individual's name is Graveshore. He picked it himself. Markov created him 2 days after myself. And through all of this time, he's never matured past the point of being feral. However, he has grown in power considerably. He still has the strength, ferocity, and speed of a feral, but he's also more than that. But he is stupid. These 2 individuals can usually be seen protecting Markov. And then, of course, you have Markov himself, which, if you've ever been in a physical altercation with him, you know is not an easy task to deal with. Have any of you ever fought him before directly?
We did once, and he ran away.
yeah, we scared him.
Did you scare him, or did he not reveal his capabilities to you?
I think it was the latter.
Pretty sure we scared him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he ran away in fear.
We got out of the cages. He ran.
I did some unexpected maneuvers, and I don't think he wanted to press his.
Luck.
Yeah.
So you showed one of your secrets to him, and he's had time to prepare around that. Sorry.
Yeah, but it
I'm
didn't
being
seem to
very
affect
critical.
him much. No, I understand.
Well then, if you find yourself in a physical altercation with him, be sure you have somebody to get you as far away from him as possible. You do not want to be up close and personal with him if you can choose not to be. His physical prowess is uncanny and unrivaled. His ability to dismember, attack, and maim people is something that a true master hunter can aspire for.
I mean,
And that is what I know about him from back when I was one of his liaisons.
okay.
I no longer am. He's only had time to progress his skills.
I mean, that is good advice. But speaking for myself, I don't want to be up close and personal to anyone. So,
Good instinct.
yes.
I could just have Gabby hug me and start shining and switch places with him. I don't know how long he's gonna last for that.
Ooh, that could be fun.
That could be brutal, but
I warn you,
he's probably got some kind of,
if
He
you've
seems like he
ever
bites.
used a trick and he knows of it, he's already figured out how to counter that trick.
Joe.
Markov is a master hunter. He knows
Quick
his
question,
prey.
Joe.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my character sheet, and I think I got something wrong because it says the maximum level spells that I can convert from slots or vice versa is up to 5th level. So
That is correct.
yeah, I did that wrong, and I went to 7th level spell heavy. I'm going to move them around if that's possible, because it makes no sense for me to have too many 7th level spells if I can't convert. I only get 1 spell slot on those.
All right, so while you're doing that, how about we all take a break, everyone? This
Yep.
is a good point to do it anyways, so we
Awesome.
will be right back. Hello, everyone. We are back. Players, take it away.
So
And then I said to Markov,
I like the idea, Marcella, but let's just think about this logically. You can't get into a building without being invited. And we're sending a bunch of vampires to storm the front door. What happens when they get to the front door?
I've been invited.
What, the invited you just like attack us?
No. I've been invited. I can get through the front door.
Is it just like once you're invited, that's it for eternity?
Yes.
Oh. I mean, we can get rid of a wall so it's no longer considered a building.
That's not how property deeds work, unfortunately.
We can get rid of the whole building.
bring law into this?
I know a spell, it's called Earthquake.
We blame a god of law and order. She seems really pissed off when she says that.
Huh?
So
yes, we pissed off a god of law, and then he made that law about us.
Mm.
I mean, that's the one way of getting back at you.
It makes us far less superior hunters. I mean, imagine if you had no safe haven against us and our kind to take over the world.
Oh, for half a day.
True enough.
Right. So,
Something funny. Is that what you think? Just something funny.
alright. So, as far as I can tell, most of the vampires are just there to cause chaos and let you walk in there. Or, okay.
And of course, my personal protector, Gavin. He smiles and just
right.
waves. Of course, every time I've ever been over to his establishment, I always bring my guard with me.
Makes sense.
When was
there
the last
any
time you
way
were
in?
over there?
What would it be, 5 years ago?
What's that?
Is there any other way in? Is there a servant's entrance or like a sewer or anything that you're...
The places that I have noted to you are the only entry points I am aware of. If
Okay.
there were more, I would give it to you. But first off, how many of you can get inside using your little spell?
3. Plus
3 from
potential with a scroll.
Yeah,
So
4.
4, so that leaves 2. Reagan has already volunteered to get herself inside. Do any of you have a solution to this problem?
Well, either I or Lucian can polymorph one of the extra to, say, a beetle, fly along with us.
Or a hedgehog or something that can dig. That would be nice, right?
Yeah, it'll probably take
What's
a
a
while.
good digger that can dig on its own?
I don't know.
I've s-
Have I seen a badger, a normal goddamn badger?
Roll a nature check.
Jesus
Yeah, it'd be
Christ!
great to polymorph into something that
Do you want to use your inspiration, Imperial?
I mean, I have one. I have 2. Fuck it. Turns out I didn't need it.
Well, statistically, it's good to use it there. You have seen a badger before. And you've seen a different creature as well. It moves through dirt much more quickly, though it has trouble with stone. It also can peer around it without the need of sight and can sense its surroundings fairly well. This creature is...
mole.
No. This creature
shit.
is incredibly potent and almost impossible to fully kill. as cutting it in half will simply cause it to turn into 2 more entities the same as itself. It is the worm.
Just better hope it doesn't rain.
Yeah, then you just surface.
Either that or drown.
What about that thing we fought during the Croton? Can you turn me into that? You know, those wolves.
That was the Croton.
No, the wolves that dig.
I
There
don't
were
think
like
they're
3 of
considered
them.
beasts.
They had like scorpion tails or something. They'd go underground. I switched places with one and it was really confused.
It was the howler thing on the top of a
Yeah, there
pile.
was some kind of demons or something. I don't think we can polymorph into those.
Can't we just fly and go in through the roof?
That is an option.
If we want to go through all the levels down to them. But yeah.
Actually, adamantium or diamonds and all that stuff can really dig, right? They're really like they use diamonds for drill bits when they burrow and all that stuff kind of thing too, right?
I suppose.
It doesn't even have to be like a magical diamond. So I have create, and then I also have. Hold on, this thing just keeps getting in the way. I have creation, and I have animate objects. I can make a drill for us to burrow through. I can make a big size drill, and then just
There you go.
and then everybody sneaks through that.
I want this to work, but let me read. I want this to work.
So 2 spells you need to approve are going to be the creation and animate objects.
All right, creation is 1 minute cast, and it lasts
For a long time, and I have my sorcery points
1
extended.
hour for a gem, which would be
Yeah.
a diamond. So it
Yeah.
only lasts 1 hour, so 1 hour of digging.
With my sorcery points, that's 2 hours.
Correct.
Extended
Correct.
spell.
Yeah. Animate object only lasts 1 minute.
What? It depends on. I thought it was more than that. What? Did I look at it wrong?
Concentration up to 1 minute.
Well, 2 minutes for me.
Right, but that's still
Yeah.
maybe not enough time to fully
Yeah, it is not
tunnel
enough
down.
time at all. There goes that plan.
It was a great idea, but
Animate object is what fucked me. Okay, that's just lovely.
it's still a great spell. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great spell.
Well, I can do a short burst creative use down the road. It gives me an idea. I'm just spitballing right
Yeah.
now.
This
Well,
is
I
good.
mean, shit.
We
We
can
don't. Are we time sensitive on this? Like, this guy built a castle. I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to make it in a way where he would try to keep people from burrowing into it too.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. So, like, the other thing that you're going to burrow into, you're going to hit a wall. How do you get through it?
I also have a scroll of Move Earth. That lasts 2 hours.
I think
And-
we could just move Earth.
Yeah, Move Earth is pretty effective.
Oh my.
Lucian's
All
just
these
pulling
scrolls
out
are
all of
coming
his
up.
scroll- right?
I'm like,
You're welcome. Who wants to play the gotcha games?
I'm still not falling for it.
I know. But then again, you're just greedy.
I'm smart.
So
Sure.
the other idea that I was going to run by, but I mean, how time sensitive is the op? They want to carry it out tonight, right? You can't barrow for however long it takes to get to a point where we need to see if we hit a solid wall, and then I diamond tip through it, kind of thing too, with my
Well,
magic.
We want to do this in a manner where... How do I put this? Where we know where he will be.
Okay, yeah. So it's a specific lockdown operation. Okay.
Well, we know right now he is inside of his estate. The thing about his estate, there is no exit except up to the mayor's estate up above. And that
And
is
yet-
on full watch currently.
Any ideas about the inside decorations of the castle itself? Does he have any huge statues, structures?
He is very conceited, yes.
So he does have those kind of things inside. Okay.
Of course.
Very well. I could use that to our advantage too.
Sounds like we got a plan.
Adamantium and mithril are magical materials, right?
They're not considered magical, but they are usable materials for stuff like that.
Okay.
Considering
But-
Also,
yeah,
technically more easily enchanted.
correct.
Okay, so naturally they're not magical, so they don't count as if you add it to a weapon, it doesn't count as a magic weapon.
And adamantine does,
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to figure
because
out.
adamantine is incredibly expensive.
Okay.
But yeah, Lucian, that scroll, I mean, that could work.
And then I'll pop out. If we hit a wall, I'll pop out the diamond drill and we bust through.
Also, side note, Imperial is adorned in adamantine.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Reese is adorned in lots of shit too, but I don't want to go through every single individual one and explain them.
Imperial just has a suit of armor that is adamantine.
First.
It's not a suit of armor, it's just
So,
it's horn rings. That's it.
what was I going to say? I also have, just to give you a heads up, Jero, I have the Staff of Warning. The staff that I have is the Warning one.
Oh, very good to let me know. Thank you.
Yeah. You might want to... Okay, we'll talk about that. Now is not the time. Yeah.
So we're in Underdark still, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, this will be fun. Okay.
I also have telekinesis too. I can move 1,000-pound objects.
So, rocks.
Yep.
So we want to dig our way into the basement. Is that the plan? Because the basement is the only place he can exit to go to the mayor.
I think we can do it in a timely manner, because if I use telekinesis, if you use move earth, at the same time we can join forces and move at more than usual earth to speed up the process too.
Yeah.
If you combine power, we should be able to get through it relatively fast and carry out the operation tonight.
Wonderful. So now we need to situate you all closer to where you want to begin this excavation. The basement is about 40 feet below the surface itself, though I'm not sure if it goes deeper or not. As stated before, what I have shown you is just a sketch that my men have been able to retrieve from me. However, we need to have a way to communicate over the wide area. A way for you all to let us know when it is time to attack, to create a large enough distraction that you can get down there without causing too much noise, by comparison, of course.
How noisy is move earth?
Very, very noisy. But do any of you have the capabilities of talking to us over long distances?
I can make a
Yes.
telepathic link. Yep.
Yeah, I telepathic link or just sending.
Well then, you tell your friend she'll be up there with us. We'll cause the distraction, and we'll make sure she and I get into the building. Sound good?
I've got a question, Joe.
Yeah.
If I summon a greater steed, I could summon a rhino. It's
Yes.
literally there in the spell.
Yeah.
Would that be able to break down a wall?
Oh, it's a castle wall, no?
Well, that's the thing. A rhino does not have a siege weapon like quality or a bash like instance. It has the gore. However, there is a different creature which you would be aware of, though you cannot summon greater steed in. The other creature is the Triceratops.
And if you guys want me to create silver, I can create silver too, by the way.
Can you
Unnecessary.
just look at my bolts and make them all silver really quick?
Sure.
Don't they
Done
already
deal.
explode?
I'm
They
going
do
to turn the bolts to silver there, Jero.
With creation,
Yeah. That's
how
going to
long
be
does that last?
an hour. I'm going to make it 2 hours of my extended spell.
Are you
Wait,
doing
we
that
should do
right
this
now?
before.
Yeah. Well, like, you'll
soon.
time it in a way where it's like it goes off right before
I
we
gotcha.
execute.
I gotcha.
I thought we said if you
So-
shoot it from a magic crossbow, it's magic,
It
so
is.
it doesn't need to be.
Well, it's going to be even more augmented. Is that going
Okay.
to provide any benefit?
No.
Then why are we
Oh.
doing this? They don't waste
It'll
spell
look
slot.
great.
It'll explode and make some.
Everybody has magical weapons, right? And
Yeah.
forgive my ignorance, but I'm gonna go cantrip crazy. I'm gonna go John Wick with cantrips over here. So that's
Yeah.
magical, I'm assuming. Right?
Yeah. Magic is great.
Yeah. All right.
I would just like to inform you all. Everyone can be a Triceratops.
Is anyone a vial with a cork? Wait, would my poisoners kit have a vial and a cork?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna message you. I'm doing.
Sure. But I think Imperial just dropped the bombshell. You all could be Triceratops.
Well, okay,
What is that?
not everyone at a
Polymorph?
time.
Hmm?
Not everyone at a time. I lied, but anyone could be.
If you make a Triceratops, then I will have seen a Triceratops, and I could polymorph somebody into a Triceratops.
I like
What
the
spell is
Triceratops
that?
plan.
Is that create beast or something?
No, polymorph
Polymorph.
turns one of you into a creature of a CR less than your total level that is a beast specifically.
Mhm.
And a Triceratops is a CR like 5 or 6 beast.
5.
Which
5.
means not much to me, but sure. Okay.
Well, it means that it's fairly powerful and good
Okay.
at what it is meant to do.
Yeah.
Which it is
Well,
meant to
yeah.
be a fat stack of hit points that can destroy anything in its path.
Okay.
It is a siege weapon. I mean, it's a Triceratops.
Okay. So I'm getting the impression you guys don't think we're gonna have the surprise factor on our side. So let's just bust through. Is the consensus? It's quickly becoming.
I
Yeah,
think it's more
and-
like everybody's throwing all the ideas as of now.
Yeah.
And now we have a bunch of people who are a little excited to have a siege of Triceratops.
Yeah, you don't want to turn me into a Triceratops. I can't even say it, but I'm really
You
good
know.
at sports, so
You smash into the first floor, and then we go from there.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'll go. I want to be a Triceratops. That sounds fun. Gabby, don't you want to be a Triceratops?
No, I'm perfect the way I am.
Oh,
But you'd be a glowing Triceratops with hair.
oh my god!
That just sounds weird.
I want to
Project
see it.
Avatar.
The Brontosaurus has more health. But it doesn't have the charge, so
Yeah.
it can stomp on people.
Well, the Triceratops is literally a siege weapon.
Can we tip the Triceratops' claws with diamond? To
I mean,
be able to get through the walls easier, break them down. I'm trying to sport here.
Well, you could animate your diamond drill, and then the Triceratops could just knock through the weak point.
Yeah, we can equip the Triceratops with a diamond drill to go start. Well, I think they have little stubby arms, though. I don't think they have the opposable thumbs helping
It's a
them there.
Triceratops, not a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I'm down for the siege.
Which one is the Triceratops? Is that I'm having difficulty imagining?
The
a
the
Triceratops-
three-horn rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Oh,
with-
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, it doesn't even
Dinosaur.
have it. So we can do a harness and put it on top of its horn areas and then just let it just punch through.
I think 3 horns are already enough. You don't need a diamond-tipped one.
Well, you
It
can
wouldn't
break
hurt.
through. I mean, it looked bad. I will allow it. Let's just start with that. But
No, if it's not going to help, I'm spitballing too. If it's going to I'm trying to come up with ideas to make it easier for us to bust through.
I'm sure if we
Right.
put diamonds on it, it will make the AC a lot higher.
It's going to be bling bling, man. It's all about the bling bling. You're going to look cool doing it.
Also, I would like to point something out. Beforehand, I'm pretty sure Reese was thinking about a Tyrannosaurus Rex holding
Yes.
the tiny drill.
Yes. Which is
I got
makes
a
no
big
sense.
head and little arms. I don't
Yeah,
think this
makes
was a
no
well thought out
sense.
plan.
I was thinking of a harness helping it out, but that's fine.
Well, the drill floats. You don't have to actually do it.
I have so many ways I can do this. I can find a statue, animate it, and give it a diamond drill, and then get it to go fucking start busting this shit through. I can find a huge statue and
You
animate
can
it and
literally
get it to walk
Ghostbusters
through.
this shit.
So,
Gabby, I'm gonna walk behind you for a minute. If anything comes near me, I want you to shine as bright as possible. Okay,
Anything?
Jerome. Anything. I'm dropping non-detection and
so-
saying what I was doing.
quick. So we're all on the same. We're not burrowing. We're gonna do the dinosaur attack approach. Is basically what we're gonna do.
We're opening. I think we're moving Earth out of the way for dinosaur charge.
So we're gonna go to the root
Are
of the
we?
wall, not the center of the wall. Like combining two. Sure.
Whatever we want to do. I don't know.
Would it be weaker to hit it when we burrow through? I don't know. It's all good. No worries. Yeah, whatever works. So we're gonna use the dinosaur as our drill, pretty much. After we burrow, it's gonna go through the hole and just punch through.
Well, the dinosaur is going to be the solution to the wall, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iblis,
So
are you doing what you just said? You're
yeah,
muted.
I was typing it out. I was typing it out to you.
Okay.
Okay, Gabby. Anything comes
Immediately,
near.
Marcella's attention snaps over to you, and she begins drooling.
Okay.
Would you mind not doing that in here?
It will help. I promise.
You hear banging on the door outside.
What the fuck?
The
gonna
door
look
is
back-
being slammed upon, and Gavin looks at her, looks at him, and she just points and says, "Hold the door shut, please. Child,
im-
make it fast and make it stop."
Imperial is going towards the door and roaring.
The slamming is not stopping.
I'm gonna cast non-detection the second the vials fill.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Ooh. I'm good at this.
Re is lost.
25. You cut on one of your veins to get the blood flow just done and over with you, squirting as much of it as you can. Do you have any type of heal spell to stop the bleeding?
Gabby,
Really?
I can hold it. I can put my hand to it and try to stop it.
I cast
Wait,
the
it's
first
a-
level cure wounds.
Wait, couldn't I just... I was gonna cast non-detection after it was done anyways.
You had to cut a vein to get it done
Oh.
quickly. So non-detection does not stop a vein from shooting blood. However, Gabby grabs you and cure wounds it. Around that time, the door is decimated and destroyed by about 50 to 60 vampires currently that are all hissing and growling, and then they stop and they all look very confused. Gavin looks also very pained and confused right now. And
Imperial
Marcella is glaring at you, Iblis.
Did you just uncork a vial of blood? Is that what the issue was?
No.
Oh no, it will make Markov and his friends go insane. They kind of told us that earlier.
That was incredibly stupid of you. And if I did not practice in abstaining from blood, I would have killed you just now.
Probably would have hurt you a lot. Looking at Gabby.
Quite possibly.
Well, you know what they say: no blood, no foul.
She
There's
looks
what?
at the vial filled of Iblis's blood.
Oh,
Imperial
wait,
is telling-
Blood makes the vampires lose their mind and just become
No.
single-minded to pursue,
No,
go after it?
not all of us. The feral ones will lose their mind
Okay.
if they smell fresh blood that is untainted.
All right.
Those of us that are more aged, the blood needs to be older than us to make us desire it.
Oh my.
Which raises the question, what the hell are you?
A
Me?
tiefling.
No, you are not a simple tiefling. You're older than me. I do not lust after blood. Very often.
Or was a servant to Fierna's court. I'm just very old tiefling. I don't think that's a deception. It's more
It isn't. It's just ignorance, though.
It's just like not really answering the question. It's
Imperial looks at Iblis and is like, and I thought I was the old one.
No. Your blood is, well, tempting. Is not that. I apologize.
All right.
I
so
maintain my composure very well, usually.
We're gonna go make a tunnel. Then we're gonna smash through the wall to the basement with a Triceratops, with or without diamond horns. That's the plan.
Yep. If diamond holes doesn't help, then we don't need to worry about it.
and then I'm gonna shoot an arrow with that vile blood all over Markov, and his friends are gonna kill him.
Perhaps. That's awesome. All right.
Let's go with that assumption
Let's
that it
do
will
this.
work. Also, and I'm looking at the horde that is still like,
They're slowly dispersing.
yeah, I'm just telling them to fuck off.
Yeah. They're, like, scratching their head, looking very confused right now. Because, from your experience with them yesterday, they were all fairly well-mannered. I mean, you had blood on you, Reagan had blood on her, and they were acting pretty alright.
It's a good thing I had non-detect up.
Yeah. Usually Iblis does too.
Yeah.
Right.
Before we move forward, are any of you older than a millennia? Other than her?
No.
Nope.
Out of character, millennia is 1,000 years, right?
That
Yeah.
is correct.
Right, just making sure. English.
In character, a millennia is 100 years, right?
Oh, you sweet child.
Alright, fine. Well then, if you make that mistake again, I cannot promise that my people will not attack and kill you. Or at least try. So try your best not to remove that aspect from you again.
Long as nobody casts a spell to dispel magic on me. That would be very bad.
Take precautions to make sure that doesn't happen, please. And I will
don't know.
remind you, you made one of the top 4 oldest vampires of all time almost lose her composure.
Oh, this will be fun.
Keep that in mind. So, shall we decide where we are going to put you all at? Do you prefer to be closer towards the entrance where all of the noise would be?
That might mask up a little bit of it.
Or
Yeah,
possibly-
it could help.
Yeah, if we tunnel in, like, right underneath all the commotion.
Now,
Yeah,
for the
so we-
exact measurements, I suppose we should begin your digging towards one of my safe houses closer to his estate. That be
Excellent.
a fair? Good. That puts us roughly 2,000 feet away from his estate.
Jesus. Okay.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, it needs to be closer.
Does it? How fast can you dig?
I could dig 20 feet in, if I'm reading this right, 10 minutes.
It's you can reshape dirt, sand, and clay in the area in a manner that you choose for the duration. You can raise or lower the area's elevation, create or fill in a trench, erect flatten a wall, or form a pillar. The extent of such changes don't exceed half the area's largest dimensions. So if you 40 feet, you can create a pillar for 20 feet and blah, 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 blah. It takes 10 minutes for these changes to complete. At the end of every 10 minutes you spend concentrating on the spell, you can choose a new area or terrain to affect.
You're gonna have to cast it multiple times at this math.
So you
Well,
can
I've only got
240
one.
feet.
Yeah. So I mean, I've only got one scroll.
Because it takes you, if you have it for, it lasts what, an hour?
Yes, and
hours.
it's every 10 minutes, correct?
So
Yep.
it's 62,
So-
480 foot is where we need to start from. 480 foot away from the wall.
We might just want to Triceratops through into the first floor, because I don't know if we're going to be able to tunnel 2,000 feet or whatever.
Well, if
We can position you closer, just you won't have the cover of one of my establishments.
Mm-hmm.
If all of you feel comfortable being in the middle of the road, do you have any way to make sure none of you can be seen while this is happening?
I can make us pretty stealthy.
Can you make you unseen?
I mean, anyone got like a fog cloud?
how are you guys with being able to see in supernatural darkness?
Not
I-
good. Well, I mean, I could do it for like an hour, I think.
If you can see in supernatural darkness, I can cover us in darkness.
What about creating any hallucinatory terrains or anything? I'm sorry, but my magical prowess ends at my ability to charm people.
I think we're going back to the Eternalness plan.
Well, that's an idea.
Well, it's always been an idea. The trick here is, like, the only way this plan is going to work if you're 400 and change yards away, not 2,000. And if you're 400 and change away, you're exposed. Is that it?
How about this? You use the etherealness to get him and somebody else out to the location that they need to be in the ground. Find
I think
yourself a
entails-
small opening, and then start moving the earth underneath, digging the tunnel, and opening up the entryway for your allies.
Okay, so we're sneaking up with the Eternalness, not detected, and then we just hit it. We coordinate in the way through telepathy with you guys. When you start the attack, we start digging from another point. Is that the idea?
Yeah, that's a
Possible.
good idea.
Okay, so the trick is, though, did I miss this? Did they tell us exactly where they expect the target to be, the mark to be inside the...
We do not know. We
So we
imagine
gotta
he
look for
will
him.
be where he is most secure, which is deep underground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well.
we want to start at the basement is basically what we're going to be going for.
That is my best estimate.
Okay, so I can Eternalness trio us. Who needs to do the drilling in us? That's going to be probably what, Iblis, and then it's going to be the wizard and me, pretty much. Correct?
Well, I think
Okay.
just to start the drilling, you only need one person.
No, but we're not moving Earth when we get there. We're just going to be straight to the wall and drill through. Okay, we're not moving because we
Well,
don't
no,
need to burn.
he is the only one who needs to move the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I'm
We're
going to do.
We're opening the wall, then digging through it up.
Okay, so
We're starting
me-
at the other end of the target.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of drilling
Okay.
down into the basement, we're drilling from the basement up to the ground, to the top.
Yeah. So
And then you guys run up.
So what she's trying to say is, you could have Lucian ethereal into the ground, get
Mm-hmm.
close enough, start his excavating with the move earth.
Yep.
Once he is about to breach the wall, turn his attention over to move earth up, so all of you can come down, and then you all siege into it. So he can do it in secrecy underneath the ground while the distraction is happening above.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what she was trying to suggest. You don't
Sounds
have to do
good.
it. She's just suggesting it.
No, I'm okay with it.
That sounds like a decent enough plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's get her done. Let's not get into analysis paralysis.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So,
Great band name.
Actually, I
Analysis.
didn't even think of that.
analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the accounting department. On the weekends, they usually perform at the local bar.
Cover band too.
Yeah.
They can't decide what they're gonna play.
Just Hubastink. So, you all have this idea. Lucian, you still have to ethereal yourself over into a good enough position. Are you going to use your scroll, or are you going to rely on Reese to use a spell?
I can use a scroll so he saves his spell.
But scroll works on 3 people too, right? That's actually better for me to be more versatile.
The scroll only targets 1. It's a
so
simple 7th, yeah.
But we're only doing 1 guy, so it's fine. Yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
I'll keep me flexible, which is better.
Cool. Lucian. You read from the scroll, and because you are a wizard and you can cast 7th level spells, you don't even have to roll. You can recite the incantation so fluidly, so perfectly, that your body slowly slips into the ethereal realm. A place that you have spent very little time interacting with, though you are becoming a little bit more familiar with it as of late. As you start floating through the surface of the stones and the earth, you slowly descend deeper into it. It starts moving towards the castle. I would like you to give me a survival check, Lucian.
All right. Survival. 21.
Alrighty. The wizard has many skills. And
I read
many
that book.
It was a good book. But yes, you move through this earth and you position yourself maybe 40 feet from the wall, where you find a small pocket of air down here. A trapped, stale state that you could slip inside of. As you do, you solidify yourself. And what would you like to do?
Well, I will start to move Earth towards the castle wall.
You pull out your second scroll, realizing how expensive this mission really is. And then you start incanting that one. And as you are incanting it, the spell requires you to concentrate on it the whole time, which means you need to hold the scroll in your hands while this is happening so that the scroll can move whatever you direct it at as you would like, inciting a few different incantations to move and manipulate. And you start slowly going towards the wall. You get right up to the wall itself, a solid, dark, smooth stone. It has a faint essence of gems inside of it that you can't really discern what that is. It has a glowing property to it. Not glowing, a sparkling property to it.
So I'm up to the wall, so now I will excavate the rear of the tunnel area.
Ready? Now that was 20 minutes forward out of your total 120 minutes, so you have another 100 minutes to go, which is another 400 feet.
Yeah, so I will expand the tunnel further away, and then I'm like 40 feet down or so. So I'll kind of excavate out and then save myself the 20 minutes to or 30 minutes just to be safe to pop up.
Okay. How close to the surface do you build this tunnel?
Oh, I keep it, 40 feet down, like kind of slowly tapering up.
Okay.
But I try to keep it, I don't want to be like right under the surface because it'll collapse.
All right. So, you have everything prepared down here. What do you do now?
I will use sending and let I will let Gabriella know that I'm ready to breach the surface.
All right, guys, it's time.
Already. Marcella moves forward, and she's changed out of her beautiful long dress into something that is more form-fitted and laced with heavy leathers in order to better accent her body. Better help her move without worrying of ruining such a fine outfit as well. Gavin is wearing the same thing as before, but he simply removes his jacket, folds it over twice, and lays it down. And the moment he takes that jacket off, you now see for the first time exactly how large his arms are. The biceps are roughly the size of the largest head in this party, which, let's be honest, that is probably Gabby or Imperial. Marcella looks at all of you. Give us 3 minutes. She turns behind all of you, smiles, and you all notice from the deep depths of this city, surrounding in each of the different alleyways and tunnels, on top of rooftops, and even from many of the buildings, you see these red eyes start appearing. My children, it is time we take this city to be our own. We're fighting against Mr. M, and his tower will fall, and most of us are going to die. But at the end of it, he will know the pain that he's caused so many of us. So, why don't you all go have a bite? And in a flash of blurred energy, you all watch as 50, 60, 70 of these vampires flood into the streets, sprinting past all of you and running gleefully, excitedly, directly towards the manor. Several of them twist and turn off towards the sides, converging onto the outer perimeters of the wall, where immediately you notice that they're already being met by 15 to 20 other vampires. The clash of battle has just begun. You're watching as they gore, bite, and slash into one another. They grab at each other's throats, twisting and contorting and snapping, many of them biting and feasting, even on their allies, as they are moving through. The only people unmoving are all of you, Marcella and Gavin. You look at the bloodshed and battle that is transpiring, and you can see exactly what Marcella was illustrating. Markov's agents are far superior to that of Marcella's, but she does have numbers to her advantage. Not to mention she has you. She turns. Well then, I think I've seen the tempo of this fight. Gavin, she holds her hand out. Would you care to dance? He smiles and leans his head down, putting his forehead against her palm. Takes her hand, and I think this will be beautiful. And within an instant, far faster than the other vampires you've seen, the two of them move towards the fight. Reagan looks at each of you, still standing and still waiting. Guess I'll meet you down there. Alright. Let's see if this... She takes off almost as fast as Marcella and Gavin. A lot faster than she usually is. And then there are the three of you on the surface. Would anybody like to respond to Lucian?
Wait, wasn't Lucian talking to Gabby?
Yeah.
Lucian, you're within 100 feet. Now that you've opened up the tunnel like that, you can point if you want.
Okay. So I'll message. Let's go.
Gabby will start running towards him.
Just keep messaging Gabby.
Hey,
He doesn't know.
Is Gabby the line breaker, so to speak?
I'm just glad Reagan's not with us, because now I don't have to worry about burning her.
So Gabby decides to pull an audible and is now running towards the wall.
Oh god. Imperial is going to Imperial's gonna begin to rhyme and then realize she's kind of running faster than he can rhyme this out, and he's just gonna cast the spell.
You casting.
Polymorph on Gabby.
Anyone else?
Might be too soon.
Wait, what?
You aren't in the tunnel yet. You guys are on the surface. Lucian's in the tunnel.
Then why is she running?
That's a good question.
She's running to the tunnel entrance.
You're not
She was running
cannon
out of
fodder.
wall.
The cleric has nominated herself as meat shield. All right.
All right, fuck it, whatever.
So,
Let
Gabby
her
goes
run to the
taking
wall.
off over towards the entrance. You all begin moving and weaving yourselves in and around the battle. You're moving through very quickly, and some of them seem to even be fighting and twisting against all of you. Lucian decides now is a good time to mage armor himself while waiting. Gabby, what is that?
Holy weapon.
Oh. You see that Gabby summons magic onto her blade as she is running full force, and as this happens, it's... You know how if you put a magnet up to a tray of lead, like little bits of like lead will just filter through it? It's the opposite effect. Immediately after casting that spell and moving through this crowd, they move away as if a shark just jumped into a water full of piranhas. And they just spread, giving her a wide berth. Nobody's going within 30 feet of her.
I guess. Fuck it. I'm Darslaring a fly spell.
Okay. On yourself only, yep.
Yep.
Imperial whoosh, takes off flying after you. Iblis, what are you doing?
Running, and if I see anything, shooting while running.
Alrighty. Do you slow yourself down to shoot while running? Oh wait, you can
Actually-
bonus action dash, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say better not.
Oh goddamn, you're Van Helsing.
Yeah. So 3 shots at whatever.
Oh, you're using your bonus action to shoot too. Gotcha.
Oh wait. Oh, never mind. 2 shots at whatever.
What, please don't shoot the quote-unquote friendly vampires.
I mean, you don't have to dash to keep up with me. I only move 30 feet.
60.
Oh.
You can dash.
Well, yeah, if I'm dashing.
Well, no one's giving you the chance to hit them. They're just staying away. So you're literally like running towards them as though nope. Like
Okay, no, yeah, I'm just getting to the hole. I'm gonna use all my movement. Use it all. Like, can I use an action to also dash? Just
Yes.
push
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There.
Yeah, absolutely. And that makes you slower than Imperial. Imperial taking off, flying out above everybody. While you were doing that, Imperial, you do see standing upon the wall of this large estate is currently looking over. Oh, I'm sorry. Race, what are you doing?
Yeah. So
you-
here's the question. May I use my feet to bring up? Well, it's not. You're in combat turns now, or is it still building up to it?
We are
spelling-
building up. We are not in combat since none
Okay.
of you are overwhelmed yet.
So I can prep my spells if I need to, if I don't have to worry about casting 2 at the same time, kind of thing. Okay.
yeah.
So I'll go blur and mirror image.
So you cast those on yourself?
Yep.
So are neither of them concentration?
One of them
them
is.
is.
The other one is.
So, as you all take running off, Race sits down and taps her staff a couple of times, and you watch as 5 of her appear, and then all 5 of them gain 3 shadows, and they run, taking off after you all.
Here comes the army.
There is a literally wall of Race running towards you. And I'm sorry, I want to make the wall of rice joke. It's just running. You're a bit slower than everyone else since you took that little hesitance, but you do tell that you are being struck at from side to side by these individuals. They are leaping and lunging and charging towards you. Imperial, I need you to give me a dex save.
Reaction. Fuck.
That's a good reaction.
There. And that one for
Oh!
10.
Oh!
10. As you are flying through above them, your initial instinct is, haha, peasants. And one of the vampires leaps up, grabs onto you, and tackles you down to the ground. Gabby, it's about 60 or so feet away from you where you see Imperial gets launched out of the sky by this individual. They are immediately going to chomp down on you. That'll be a 14 to hit, Imperial.